Okay.
All right.
So here I am. I'm interviewing John and Patrick Barrows for their newly published book, How I Taught My Brother to Cook. I have to say, is what made you decide to write a cookbook?
Patrick, take it.
I didn't.
Okay, it was actually my idea because I've always wanted to write a cookbook because I have so much within me it had to get out. And so I talked Patrick into it, and
X-Lax, I guess, just didn't do the trick.
X-Lax, anything. It just had to. It was catharsis. It was
Constipation.
had nothing else to do.
It was a goal in your life.
No, I just was bored. I had
You
nothing
were
else
bored?
to do. What was
Okay.
your question?
When and how did you become interested in cooking?
I did the last one. You do this one.
When go in the kitchen and
Actually, it was when they locked him in the shack, and he was starving.
did you say
to death.
something about you can go ahead and answer this one?
I did, yeah, but I was lying. They locked him in the shack with like some Spam and a can opener, and he decided then and there he was going to learn how to cook.
Johnny, I was allowed to throw up when Johnny was cooking. Does that fit in with cooking when growing up, or is that cooking when throwing up?
Yes.
Growing, as
Oh,
in.
all right. Well, okay.
So I think the first memory I have of cooking is actually I was, I guess, already a teenager, and my father brought home these cans of frozen Campbell's snapping turtle soup, and
You started late, didn't you?
I did. I started
Holy
late.
crap.
I started late. Before that, both of our parents were great cooks, so I didn't have to worry about cooking. So
I never
just-
worried about it. It was something I was interested in. You worry a lot, don't you?
It is my turn. It is my turn. We're just gonna ignore Pat. We're gonna edit that out. Edit.
Okay.
So
Slice.
I would put the can of frozen snapping turtle soup in the pan, add a can of water, turn the stove on low, and stir it. And that's how and why I became.
Was it actually really turtle soup, or
It
was
was
it?
made by Campbell's. It was only in the frozen food section, and I think they banned killing snapping turtles or some crap because they took it off the market. I don't think it was a issue of demand. If I remember correctly, it was an issue.
Animal
of,
rights group?
It had something to do with stop
was-
killing turtles.
No, it was Turtle Huggers. It was
Yeah.
Turtle Huggers of America.
Could have been.
Yeah, I think it was definitely Turtle Huggers of America.
Anyhow, I think it followed that.
Okay, so who are your biggest inspirations in cooking?
Oh, definitely Patrick. It's my biggest.
Your biggest-
I would have to agree, Patrick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Chicken
you
Yeah.
inspire.
Well, at least we don't look like chickens.
So you
like-
enjoy most about cooking?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't,
Any
yeah.
stresses about cooking? Is there anything that stresses you out when you're cooking?
No.
My wife.
Take my wife, please. No, there's nothing that stresses me out. I love cooking.
You have no stresses when you're cooking, or
No, nothing.
what if your recipe goes bad?
But what is your
You
favorite
burn it.
dress when you're cooking?
Oh,
I thought you had a favorite
It's
dress
like
when
green
you cook.
one with the white polka dots. I
black
saw it.
shift.
The black shift. You see?
The little black. thing.
He does have dresses when he
Yeah.
cooks.
Okay, so no stresses when cooking either way.
I say absolutely no dresses in the
The
kitchen.
only time I'm stressed when I'm cooking is when Patrick is around. Then I'm very stressed
Okay.
because he's like such a freaking boss.
You'd rather him unstress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's natural though. When you're working amongst your teacher, of course you're going to be nervous and stressed. It's only natural. So you got to learn to relax. I'm not going to yell at you or
I
condemn you
promise,
because
I
you
promise.
screwed something up
Yeah,
as
you're
usual.
right. You're right. My elder has spoken.
Okay.
Utensils.
So,
We'll say utensils. For
utensils.
instance.
My favorite utensils are
A whisk.
a chef's knife, a paring knife, a whisk, spoons, wooden spoons, stainless steel spoons. That's it, basically. Can you
Preferable.
answer that in 3,000 words or less?
No.
As far as you're not a particular
Oh, I know.
brand or-
Excuse me,
I
Mr.
don't-
Kata. Mr. Kata. I know.
I'm not getting into any name brands
No,
unless,
you can't
unless
because
a
they're not
company wants to
copyrighted
pay
either.
me.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Now it's my turn. Excuse me.
Okay.
Come and pay him. So,
Okay, I'm gonna go fly around the world while you're talking. Okay.
okay.
While you're
Please.
answering this question.
Please. Is your flight departing soon? I actually have this. It's a cleaver that I got in Paris, and I use that for chopping everything. I don't use a knife or anything. I just use that for whether it's crushing or slicing garlic or whatever it is. It's a great cleaver. It's got a nice weight to it. It's definitely my favorite thing, by a long shot. And then let me see what else.
It serves all purposes,
It's
basically.
all things to me. My cleaver, my chopping thing, is my life. I mean, what more can I say?
You really don't have a life, do you?
No.
Stupid cleaver.
It's
A cleaver is his life. How come you didn't bring it with you? You sleep with it?
It's on vacation.
Take it
Okay,
out for walks?
moving right along.
He takes his big cleaver for walks too.
My wife keeps it so she knows I'll come.
That
home.
would be June, right?
Yeah,
As
yeah.
in June cleaver.
June, my wife, yeah.
June
Oh my
cleaver.
God.
If you were stranded on a desert island for
With
a year,
Patrick, would I
no,
kill myself?
just by
Yes.
yourself, for a year, surviving on just coconuts and seaweed, what would be the first meal you would like to eat after being rescued?
Coconuts and seaweed. It's my favorite food now. It's become my favorite food.
We are creatures of habit, yes.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
It'd probably be soup because our teeth would have fallen out by then and rotted.
I would say a Mexican Sunday.
But you can't have that because Debbie never tends to bite. Johnny went to look in the camera to see if he was actually sitting here.
And I'm not, after all.
So you weren't here. You're not even here.
I'm not. I looked at the camera and there.
You weren't there.
Patrick edited me out. I can't believe it.
The
For the
camera's not.
interview. What one thing do you hope people will learn from your book?
Oh my God, that's a tough
That
one.
$22.95 is
Cheap.
cheap.
It's cheap. If they really want to know how to learn how to cook, it's like you can you can get 2 cocktails at a fancy restaurant for $22.95, or you can learn how to cook,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just no trade-off. There's just no comparison. So buy the goddamn book for $22.95 and shut up, okay?
It's worth
It's not don't cook like my brother and don't cook like my brother, because the whole part of this book is we want you to cook like my brother and to cook like my brother.
Right.
Bravo.